So fellow simmers. So I did a video the other day about the patch that the Sims team put out. And in that video, I went over all the fixes that were explained for ailments in that update. However, it seems that a lot of simmers still are complaining about the ailments system, and they still seem to be having a lot of issues in their gameplay due to the ailments. Now, I have played a few hours of gameplay after the update, and I honestly have noticed a difference, and I am not getting ailments as much. But I am just one person, so that's a very small sample size. I did notice this one issue that I'm going to show you now, where one of my fairy's wings wasn't showing when I loaded the game. And at first I thought she had them concealed, but then I clicked on her and the conceal fairy wings was showing, which means that her wings were already supposed to be showing, but they weren't. So I had to do the conceal and then reveal before they showed again, as you can see. But I do have some mods installed, so I can't confirm whether this is just the game or it could be a conflicting mod I have currently that I may have not updated or something. So I just want to put that out there that it may be me and it may not be the actual game. But what definitely isn't me is the problem with the ailment system, because a lot of simmers are having the same issue I was having before the patch update, and they are still having it after the patch update, where ailments are happening just way too often. So let's take a look at what some simmers are saying about issues they're still having in their game after the newest patch update. One simmer asked, did someone else notice a strange increase in illnesses without the Enchanted by Nature pack? In my vampire family of 8, someone is always ill. I'm so annoyed by constantly dealing with red stripe, dots, spirals, uncomfortable feverish sims, and the stupid giggling disease. And most of all, they are vampires. Vampires don't get sick. Is there a way to disable illnesses without mods? For the record, before Enchanted by Nature came out, which I don't have as I already stated, my Sims never became sick. What happened? Is it a bug? Will it be gone in the next patch? Is it a new and annoying feature? Do I really need to start with mods? Another simmer writes, I got the pack, meaning the Enchanted by Nature pack. And when I tell you it drives me insane, I mean it. I might even get rid of the pack. I love the build mode items and cute fairies and casts, but the ailments and the luck, I hate. And another simmer writes, they're annoying, referring to ailments, and have yet to see a upside. You basically have to be a fairy or level alchemy to deal with them. While I did see a lot of negative comments online about the new patch and what it didn't fix, there were some comments that actually said that the patch fixed the issues that they were dealing with. One simmer said, I switched the settings, I barely get any ailments now. They still happen, but not every 20 minutes anymore. Not even joking, I timed it. And another positive comment from a simmer says, I have 3 fairies and only have had 2 get an ailment once. I haven't understood what all the talk is about. So it appears to be a mixed bag on which simmers get ailments more and which ones doesn't. Maybe it's triggered by certain gameplay, maybe it's triggered by which pack you own. There's a lot of things that it could be, and it seems like this is a running theme with the Sims packs, where some people are having issues and others aren't, and the EA and the Sims team can't figure out what the issues are, or they know what the issues are and can't do anything about it. Either way, the Sims 4 continues to be a buggy mess. The Sims Direct Communications team did address, or might I say readdress, the issue with ailments again. They came out with a statement yesterday, and here's what they had to say. We've heard your feedback on ailment tuning in Enchanted by Nature, and we're developing a toggle to enable or disable ailments spreading contagiously, coming in a future patch. We'll have more to share once we've confirmed a release date. So the tuning they did in the most recent update was not effective enough for gameplay and the ailments system. And now they are finally going to give us a way to actually disable it with a toggle. And this is what they should have given us in this patch instead of the tuning, because it clearly did not work for many simmers. One thing to note, if you haven't bought the Enchanted by Nature pack yet though, is that when they come out with this update and give you the toggle system, if you turn ailments off, that will also pretty much render the apothecary or naturopath, or at least some of it, it'll be rendered useless because no one will get sick. So there's no point in curing ailments that don't exist anymore. One simmer replied to the Sims team with a similar thought, saying, "Wouldn't that make the reward trait for maxing the career useless? Good, the option will be there, but the trait should be updated to something else." And I agree, maybe they should change it to something else, but it's The Sims and we know that they are just going to roll with what we got. There are still reports of many other bugs with The Sims and other expansion packs that are yet to be addressed by the Sims team, like the major bug with the for rent and other minor bugs with basically you name a pack and it probably has a bug. So there's always going to be bugs. The Sims team is always going to be playing defense and never offense because they're working with such an old system that may never ever go away. But I'll be talking more about that in one of my next upcoming videos, because The Sims 5 looks like it's never going to happen, and it looks like The Sims 4 is actually going to be here forever, or for at least a very long time. But we'll talk more about that in the future video. That's all I have for now. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you are still dealing with issues with ailments in the balance system.